Hi, Mitch here with Heartwood Photography. I'm going to talk to you about the 2019 REI Quarter Dome SL2. Now, off the top of my head, I don't remember what the SL1 comes in at the weight, but the two-person version comes in at 1.8 pounds. And again, this is new for 2019. Retail costs, we're talking about, I believe it's about $320 to $330 for the tent itself, and then another $50, I do believe, for the footprint, which I have as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the tent itself. So as mentioned, this is the 2019 version of the Quarter Dome SL2 two-person tent. Comes in at 1.8 pounds, and the tent itself I do believe retailed for about $320 with another $50 for the footprint if you wanted to go that route. Now this is a semi-freestanding tent, which if you're not sure what that means, a freestanding tent you can just go ahead, put up with the poles, and you're set to go. Where this one, to get the full measure of the tent, you really do have to stake it out. Now what I found with this is the only thing that really needs to get staked out in order to get the full measurements in the full room is just the foot area, our head area I should say. So right now, in my opinion, I'm looking at the head area. The reason why I say this is when I walk around the tent, the first thing you're going to notice is right here we actually have a little kind of composite to create a vent. What's nice is it still has a downward angle to it, so it'll drip onto the tent or rain fly, which is on there right now, and continue down, but still allow ventilation so you don't get humid and a lot of condensation buildup. I do have this partially staked out just so you can get the full view of it. On this side I have the rain fly and mesh opened up, which you will notice right off the bat that I didn't stake it as tight as it should be. But you can see right here that if I were to go up there and measure it, and I'm going to use equestrian terminology, we're probably looking at about 2 hands, which one hand is about 4 inches, so about 8-inch high wall here. Going in to this, there's actually going to be straps, or little Velcro straps for here and here to attach the rain fly, and there's actually little buttons that there's a cross arm that we'll see once I take the rain fly off and how that looks and attaches. For now, we'll go ahead and continue looking around the tent. It does have kind of a pointed end, and it does use somewhat of a Y system. So there's 2 on the back end, 2 poles that point into 1, which is where my head will go. Now some of you are probably thinking, why? And honestly, you could do it either or. I sleep in it either or, but I try not to drag my feet through the tent. So if I can get in, 2 methods I can use depending on how I want to sleep. One, I can kind of just pop in, and I'm a bigger guy. However, it's not that hard to get in and out. I can either A, get in, take my shoes off, and keep my feet down here, or I can swing over. But for me, I find it a little bit easier to go ahead and put my head on that end, just so I can swing my feet in, and I'm good. And what's cool here is there's actually right above my head a little area to hang a lantern if you wanted to. I know backpackers probably won't so much, but people that are just camping, car camping, things like that. And it's also got 2 mesh pockets up here as well. Now, talking about that, it's a 2-door tent. So not only is this a 2-wall where you got your single mesh wall and then your rain fly, but you've also got 2 doors with 2 rain flies. So you can put your pack right here. I actually use this tent on Standing Indian Mountain, which connects into the Appalachian Trail. And I gotta be honest, it's easy to set up. It's easy to manage, to get in and out of. The zippers seem to work all nice and fine. Down the road, we'll see what happens, but as of right now, this is definitely a great tent. Now I'm going to unstake the rain fly and pop that off real quick. And even though it uses plastic, it uses plastic on the corners there, it still holds up pretty good. So I'm just gonna put this back here and you can just take a look. Let me go ahead and first take all this. I got this cinched back. Velcro on the bottom to the zippers in place. Alright, now I mentioned these awesome little bolts here, and we're about to get some good wind that helps stretch the top. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the rest of the tent. So like I said, I didn't stake it out like I really should have, but I wanted to at least give you guys good images of it. And you can definitely check out my images of this tent, my still images on Facebook as well, by going to heartwoodphoto.com. So you'll notice, like I mentioned, it's got a Y, and then it helps expand the roof. So you'll see the footprint is gray on the bottom. It is color coded, so black in the front, coming around, 2 doors, and you can actually see the mesh right up on top for where you can store things like your phone, power bank, and things like that. And again, orange in the back here, and so if you're looking for a good tent, something lightweight, something that's not going to break the bank, this is definitely a way to go. Like I said, you're probably talking with the footprint about $370, $380. If you wanted to save a few bucks, some people don't do the footprint, you're probably talking about $320. So it's not too bad for 1.8 pounds. Again, this just came out January of 2019 for REI's Quarter Dome SL2. So you'll want to remember that if you wanted this tent, that this is the SL2, not the regular Quarter Dome. And with that, also do remember that this is 1.8 pounds in a semi-freestanding. So you are giving up that little bit by going to a semi-freestanding versus a regular freestanding. Well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. You can get a hold of me through the website. Links will be below. Otherwise, you can always contact me right here through YouTube as well. And if you need anything, you want to know anything more about this tent, like I mentioned, I've used this on Standing Indian Mountain, which connects to the AT. I only did a one-nighter in it, but I've used it a couple other times just around town here, and I thought it was great. So thank you for checking out this video, and I really hope you like it. God bless and take care, and just remember, stay safe on the trail.